Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
Hey everybody, welcome to Carolina and Company Live, flying solo today. As you can tell, Cecil's taking some much needed time off, spend a little time with his wife. And you better not be watching right now. You better be out doing something fun. Take Deborah shopping. Take her to lunch. Anyway, we do have a great show lined up for you guys today. But first, let's check out our weather.
All right, a live look right now in North Myrtle Beach. And as expected, our friendly slide we always like to check in on, it's blown up. So lots of people out there enjoying the beach, enjoying these very warm temperatures. Right now we're in these upper 80s right there along the Grand Strand, some lower 90s now appearing out towards the PD, especially once you reach that 95 corridor bisecting it heading west. 91 in Sumter, 91 in Hartsville, 90 in Bennettsville, in Darlington and Florence. And even along the border belt, we've got some 90s stretching from Laurinburg and Lumberton. Not the big story. Really, the temperatures are not the big story. It's this. It's our dew points in the 70s. Oppressive, soupy, muggy. Factor them in. That's what it feels like. You can forget the 90s. Feels like 102 in Sumter, 101 in Florence, 100 there. The century mark in Darlington and Johnsonville. We've got that 100 reading there in Laurinburg. Even feeling like the mid to upper 90s in Myrtle Beach, 98. Here's the reason why we've got all of that moisture. We've got high pressure in the northeast, low pressure, this upper level spin. You can see it there. We'll talk about that coming up. But in reality, the combination of both leading to an onshore flow. In our dry conditions, we can say goodbye to those because they're out the door as early as this afternoon. Let's run through it here on our Futurecast. A little bit of a cloud bank developing around 2 o'clock. That should initiate the sea breeze. You can see a few isolated showers. Again, I mentioned this morning, and I'm going to mention it again. I really think the best chance for showers across the PD and the border belt. Not to say the Grand Strand won't see it, but if you're west of the Intracoastal, I think that's going to be the boundary initiation today, right there along the Intracoastal headed west. We're dry by this late evening heading into the overnight hours. High temperatures today, 94 to 95, but like I said, you don't pay attention to those. You look at these numbers, 102, 100, 101. That's what it feels like, and that's what you need to prepare for with those mostly sunny skies, and again, an isolated shower from that sea breeze. As we progress into our Wednesday and our Thursday, though, that upper level low moves towards Florida, and we really enhance our moisture flow on our 4th of July and the 5th of July as well. Only some scattered showers, of course, and by the evening, you're dry, good to go to launch those fireworks. Now, believe it or not, that spin is not the tropical development. It's this leftover clouds that low is leaving behind. We're going to be watching this for a little bit of enhanced development. We've got a cold front coming along by late this week. And these type of clouds, this little bit of spin likes to interact with fronts, and sometimes they can do some weird things. The National Hurricane Center saying that it will get swept up and out to sea by that cold front. But once we get a little bit of that interaction between the spin and the front itself, it could develop. Still only a 20% chance, but of course we'll watch it. So we've got that upper level low that brings that 50% chance on our July 4th. But by the evening, you're good to go. Shoot off those fireworks. It should be dry. We'll keep that sea breeze going Thursday and Friday. Here comes that cold front on Saturday, boosting our rain chances Saturday and Sunday. That cold front sweeps out to sea, and we start off our Monday rather dry. Temperatures pretty warm there along the Grand Strand. Inland locations very similar today. Normal high temperatures of 91, so we're still around, if not slightly above normal. Again, that cold front coming in on Saturday, knocking those temperatures just a few ticks below normal. And of course, we will continue to watch that tropical system as it interacts with the front by this weekend, heading into early next week.
All right, the weather looks pretty good. It's definitely going to be warm, so your beach day tomorrow Should be okay, especially good for fireworks tomorrow night. And don't forget about the Murrells Inlet Boat Parade. It's going to be tomorrow. It starts at noon. It's a great time. And you know what? If you're on the boat and you're out there, just get in the line. You can be in the parade and you might win. You never know. All right, let's talk about today. Today is Tuesday. It is July the 3rd. And this is Be Nice to Your Mirror Day. So maybe you should look at it. Maybe you should have got them laughing over here. I don't even know what that means. It is also Stay Out of the Sun Day. Maybe because tomorrow we know everybody's going to be in the sun. So, all right, birthdays. Let's take it back. 1962, Tom Cruise is 56 years old. Movies, 4th of July, Mission Impossible, Top Gun, Risky Business, and The Firm. Great actor right there. And also 1962, Thomas Gibson. There he is, 56 years old, TV sitcom Dharma and Greg, Chicago Hope, Criminal Minds, and he is an avid golfer. All right, 1970, Audra McDonald, 48 years old, ABC's Private Practice. She has won 6 Tony Awards and was in the musical Ragtime. She's fantastic if you've ever seen those. She's a great, great actress right there. All right, today in history, 1940, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello debuted on NBC Radio. 1940 and 1962, Jackie Robinson became the first African-American to be inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And if my little boy is watching right now, Dawson, that was for you. He is a big-time baseball fan these days. All right, know-it-all department, and I won't lie to you, I have not read this, and Cecil writes these, so this should be interesting. It says, did you know, well, he says he didn't know this, but he does not like lightning. Cecil does not like storms, does not like lightning. But he says statistics indicate that men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. So as I said, I'm flying solo here today. We must have had some storms a little bit yesterday afternoon. We have a great show lined up for you guys. Stick around. We're also celebrating National Chocolate Chip Day. Max from the Polly's Island Bakery is here. And we're going to have some great desserts. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. Talking right now, the Grand Strand Humane Society is here every week with our pet of the week, and Kathy brought May with us. Now, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. May looks scary. But she's so sweet. And it has to do with them cutting her ears like that.
Ears. Yeah, I don't know why people do that. They do that, I guess, to make them look mean.
She's absolutely precious. All she has done is, everybody that's come up to her all day, all she's done is lick them and give them kisses. I mean, tell us a little bit about May.
She's an awesome dog. She was a stray. Like I said, she was brought up by animal control. She's already spayed. She's heartworm negative. She loves everything. She loves other dogs. She loves the water. She loves to swim.
Oh, really?
She looks like a little baby hippo if you put her in a pool.
Look at, okay, look. I mean,
and she hates thunderstorms.
And
she hates. She's a perfect dog
and
for
Cecil would be perfect together. That's awesome. All right, tell us some other things. What do you guys have going on? Didn't you have an adoption event
We did.
recently?
We had, we actually had a bunch. We had PetSmart. We had Saturday and Sunday last weekend, and then we also had Pine Lakes golf course up by up in North Myrtle area. But
successful?
Yeah, well, we had some interest. Excuse me, had some interest.
Okay.
But, and you know, people, and they had a great time. That was what's important thing. May had a wonderful time. She went. So it was good. It was
and part of the adoption events, you know, are also to socialize these animals with the public and with people. Oh, May wants to be adopted. She's running off the set. Or she wants a chocolate chip cookie.
She wants meat.
Maybe. What are some things you guys need right now at the shelter? Volunteers?
We need volunteers, of course. We need... Sorry, we need all kinds of supplies.
Okay.
Food, laundry, detergent. We need somebody to do laundry. We need people to do fostering. We need plastic bags, paper
Kitten
towels,
formula.
kitten formula, people to foster kittens, everything. And I would like to make one, if I could, just one request.
Absolutely.
First of all, we are closed tomorrow for 4th of July.
Okay.
But please, please keep your pets inside.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's the most important thing, because the shelters on July the 5th become so inundated with animals
Absolutely.
that run away because they're terrified of the fireworks.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, and for sure. And that's just another reason to make sure your pets are chipped as well.
Yeah, give them a little name tag, phone number, everything, because on July the 5th, the shelters are just jammed.
Wow.
So,
how
yeah.
about that? I'm really glad you said that, because I think a lot of people will be like, oh, they'll be fine.
They're
They
not.
get terrified.
They're
They really
terrified.
do.
It's
And
unnatural.
You're right.
I mean,
You're right.
it's like a thunderstorm.
Yes.
Only worse.
So May is definitely going to be inside.
She will be inside for sure.
She will be inside. Look at her on the floor. Look
I
at
don't
her.
know what to do with her.
She's fan. How old do we think she is? Maybe
Probably around 8.
Probably around
That's our
8.
guess.
Okay. Does
Yeah.
that qualify for the senior program
It does.
yet?
For her size, yes.
For her size, it
yeah,
would.
because she's a big girl.
All right.
But she's perfect. She's a great, great, great dog.
Fantastic. Thanks for
alrighty.
being with us
Thank
today.
you very much.
Really appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. We've got more coming up. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. All right, Myrtle Beach Hospitality, Myrtle Beach Chamber. They are doing officer appreciation breakfasts. They started back first part of June, and they're going to go all summer long. We've got Jeffrey and Shannon with us. Talk a little bit about it. First, Shannon, you know, the Chamber, why did you guys want to do this in partnership with hospitality?
Well, honestly, this is our second year doing the appreciation breakfasts. this was an idea from our ambassadors that help in the community. They're business leaders in our community and wanted to somehow give back to our law enforcement. So the second year, we had a huge success last year and had so many business partners be a part of it. The Myrtle Beach Area Hospitality Association is, of course, in our building, the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce,
Sure.
and it was a great way for us to partner. And of course, we work with so many of the same businesses in our community that it was a great way for us to come together and provide the breakfasts just as a small token of appreciation to our officers.
It's just a little thank you, but it also allowed businesses probably that are involved in your organizations to be able to give back as well. It made them feel like they could do that as well. Let's talk a little bit about what you guys are doing.
Well, each week is a different sponsor. It's a different business that sponsors the event, so they take care of bringing the breakfast out. Some of their staff will come out to the event as well. We certainly have our staff on hand, and then ambassadors as well. And it's just a great way for for the folks in the law enforcement to be able to interact with the business community as well. So, and it's not just the officers; it's those folks behind the scenes that don't really get a whole lot of recognition. But the folks in admin and in the jail and some of those things, the people you don't see on the street. We also want to thank them as well because they do a great job.
So it's all of them.
It's everyone.
That's really neat. That's great. So they are able to come every week, or is it certain places for different divisions? Like, how does that work?
So the first week, we actually went to all the different stations.
Okay.
Moving forward throughout the entire summer, every Wednesday we're at the Myrtle Beach Police Station, and we've gotten to know our Myrtle Beach police officers very well. We can't even describe all the things that they do, but we just want to say thank you. And then the last week in August, we'll go back to all of our stations throughout the Grand Strand, and we'll provide breakfast again for them.
And are all of these dates taken, like if a business is maybe watching right now and they want to get involved, can they still get involved?
They can come out and say thank you. We have a waiting list right now for businesses that would like to sponsor the event.
That's a great problem to have.
Right?
That is wonderful. That means this will be something that happens every single year, and we're grateful you guys put it together.
Yes, well, thank you guys. You are the presenting sponsor,
That's
ABC, so we're very fortunate to have you guys part of this.
Fantastic. Anything we can do for the community, as always.
We greatly appreciate it.
All right, thanks for being with me.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live, talking about a new organization we haven't ever talked about before, the Chirping Bird Society. They are a nonprofit organization, and their goal is to get rid of plastics and the plastics that go into our local rivers, oceans, and all of that stuff. So Chirping Bird Society and Club 142 United, let's talk a little bit. What does this mean? You have a little saying, and I want you to say it about plastics.
Okay, well, Grace Gifford and myself started the Chirping Bird Society around about 2008, and our slogan became, "We'll chirp, cheep and chitter about plastic litter." But in addition to that, we give presentations, PowerPoint presentations at churches, garden clubs, schools. In fact, we will go anywhere that
Anybody
asks
will
us
listen,
to come.
right? Yeah.
We also screen documentaries about plastic. In the 70s, there was very little plastic globally. Now it's a global crisis. We are literally swimming in plastic everywhere. And they estimate that by 2050 we'll have more plastic in the ocean than fish.
Cool.
So this really stirred us to do something about it.
So okay, so here these are just examples. That's a Walmart bag that sea otter is.
That otter is eating.
That's a Walmart bag. Look at that.
That is an otter from South Africa, Cape Town, South Africa. This is an albatross chick, and there is actually a movie coming out about the albatross chicks. The mothers feed their babies plastic, and then the bodies decompose. This is a picture of a mother feeding its baby plastic, thinking that it is food.
Wow.
Because when plastic is in the ocean, it absorbs the smell of the sea.
Sure. So you don't know.
And the albatross are very much attracted to things with bright colors. So they fly for thousands of miles and come back and feed their chicks this plastic. So thousands of chicks are dying.
Yeah.
Now, we also have to bear in mind that even though this movie, Albatross, is about the albatross chicks, every bird, every seabird and every sea mammal is also ingesting plastic.
Okay, so what you guys have done, you want local restaurants to go plastic free. Now Max, Pawleys Island Bakery, you guys see him with us all the time. You were the first restaurant in Pawleys Island to do this. So Max, I want to hear, what is the stuff you have right here?
We were using foam plates, plastic plates,
Sure.
using foam cups, using plastic stirrers, plastic straws, plastic bags, etc. And what we've done is we've replaced the food trays there, replaced the foam plates at the store.
Yeah.
Then for catering, we have these pressed plates there, paper products. These are biodegradable as well for to-go boxes.
Okay.
We had clear plastic clamshells for that as well. And then these are to-go bags that we're now replacing the plastic bags. And then these are the wooden stirrers, etc.
Great. All right, so I think the biggest thing is restaurants, people getting involved. Get involved with this initiative. It's going to do nothing but help. We live on the coast and we have to learn to protect it. So thank you guys for being with us. And thank you, Max, for being the first restaurant in Pawleys to do that. We're very proud of you.
My pleasure to participate. Thank you.
All right.
Very grateful to Max.
That's right. Now, Max, we'll be back in just a second because guess what he's got? Chocolate chips. We'll see you in a minute. Hey everybody, welcome back to Carolina and Company Live. There he is again, Max from Pawleys Island Bakery. Always bringing us wonderful, wonderful goodies. And today we are celebrating a day early. We are celebrating National Chocolate Chip Day. So, of course we brought this guy.
Good morning. How's everyone?
We are good. Okay, so let's talk National Chocolate Chip Day. Chocolate chip, you can do so many things with chocolate chips.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks by the handful.
However you want them. Okay, I'm a big fan of chocolate. Dark chocolate,
yes.
Definitely, for sure. So
Absolutely.
We're going to start on Max's side, talk a little bit. Let's talk about this one, and then we'll move on.
This is a triple chocolate brownie topped with a chocolate glaze and chocolate chips, and we use all Belgian semi-sweet chocolate for these.
All right, and then coming back here just a little bit.
The next item is a chocolate chip cookie, and we put a little toffee in that, so it gives a little extra brown sugar sweetness, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
We have these every day.
All right, now up front, I haven't seen this before. I said, what in the world is that, Max? This right here.
This is a nice little treat. Instead of your traditional cannoli, sort of the little tube of pastry, we do a nice cannoli tart filled with mini chocolate chips topped with chocolate curls.
I think that's awesome. You know, I'm definitely going to be trying. I love cannoli, so I love the different take on that for sure. Okay, so we've got breakfast right behind us, of course. If you want to call this breakfast.
It is breakfast. By definition, it's a muffin, but it's a double chocolate chip muffin for the absolute chocolate lover. We like to toast that with a little butter in the morning too, just a little extra taste.
Yeah, all right. And we've got up here, let's see, that looks like a chocolate chip muffin.
It's probably one of the best-selling muffins we have. Chocolate chip muffin with lots of chocolate chips, a nice butter muffin. Really tasty. Awesome. We sell lots of those.
All right, back here, let's talk about this one right here. This looks like...
This is a chocolate chip toffee bar, and we sell that a lot during the store. It's kind of like a take on the Blondie.
Yeah.
With a nice little graham cracker crust.
Okay.
And then filled with butter and brown sugar chocolate chips. Very good.
Fantastic. Now up here...
Well, a take on the chocolate chip, everybody seems to overlook white chocolate and not include it in the chocolate chip. It does have cocoa butter in it, so this is a chocolate chip lemon cookie. One of Cecil's absolute favorites.
Oh,
he
Cecil,
loves his lemon.
If he's watching, I'm sorry, buddy. Well, I'll save it for you. Now back here, real quick, before we wrap, this is one of the best.
These are chocolate chip cookie dough cupcakes. We do them in vanilla and chocolate, topped with our chocolate chip cookie and a nice cookie dough icing.
All right. Max, we thank you so much for being here. We really, really appreciate it and appreciate everything you do. If you want to celebrate National Chocolate Chip Day, head down to Pawleys Island. Pawleys Island Bakery right there on your right-hand side as you're headed south. We'll be back.
Have a great day.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. Lots of cool things going on in the area, especially with the 4th tomorrow. Make sure you guys are safe. Make sure you spend a lot of time with your family and friends. And most of all, have a fantastic time. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW 21, or its employees.